If you have ever watched the Summer Olympics, you know that in some of the sports, the clothing is nearly non-existent. For some strange reason, even people who would normally oppose 95% nudity don't have a problem with it at a sporting event. This is a false idea, and Yahuwah does not make that exception. In the marriage relationship, it is appropriate to see each other so scantily clad. 1 Corinthians 7:4 says, "The wife does not have authority over her own body, but the husband does. And likewise, the husband does not have authority over his own body, but the wife does." There is no verse that makes an exception for sporting events. Sometimes it is argued that people see so much nakedness these days that they just don't really pay any attention to it anymore. This argument is simply not true. You might eat your favorite food until you are sick of it and lose your hunger for it, but Yahuwah has not made us that way with reference to sexual desires. Besides, if that was the case, why do cheerleaders continue to wear skimpy uniforms in the dead of winter? What if immodesty doesn't bother me? One preacher was talking about mixed swimming, and he wrote, "There's not an ordinary man who can look at a woman clad in nothing but a bathing suit for long without entertaining evil thoughts." But some will say, "It doesn't bother me." One who says so may be so young that his passions have not arisen, or he may be so old that they have subsided, or he may be so ignorant that he does not know what is going on, or he may not be normal, or he may be lying. He fits into one of these 5 categories, or he is a spiritual giant. But then, would spiritual giants spend their time at mixed swimming parties? How does modesty apply to children? Another false idea relates to our children. A parent might think, "But my daughter is just a child. Certainly she isn't the object of lust." Well, she may not be to the parent, but what about a person her age? What about a pedophile? It happens very quickly that our little girls turn into little women. And that's when daddy needs to step up to the spiritual headship that Yahuwah gave him. Some people have the idea that when a girl dresses immodestly, she is intentionally dressing to entice men. While that may be true of some women, it is not true for all of them. Yahuwah has made us different. Men and women are wired differently with regard to sexual desires. And many times, especially with young girls, women do not truly understand the effect their clothing has on those of the opposite sex. This is why fathers must take the spiritual lead with reference to what is worn by their wives and daughters. Modesty is a holy question. How we clothe ourselves can have eternal implications both for us and for those around us. It can glorify Yahuwah, or it can bring reproach on his church. The factors in choosing what to wear cannot hinge on, is this in style? Or is this comfortable? Or is this cool? Our number one consideration must be, is this pleasing unto Yah? Eternally speaking, none of those other reasons are ever going to matter. Shalom.